4, 3 work together. So it tells us that we are going to use the adjusted trial balance or worksheet for Foley's Interiors from Work Together 4.1 and the departmental margin statement from Work Together 4.2. Partially completed financial statements are provided for us. We need to round percentage calculations to the nearest 0.1%. And then we will use this for Work Together 4.4. So what I did is I actually printed off my adjusted trial balance from 4.1 and my departmental margin statements from 4.2 so that I can use that. So you might want to do that. It might make it easier for you instead of going back and forth. So number 1 then says we're going to complete the income statement and we're going to calculate and record the vertical analysis ratios for each amount in the 4th column of the statement. Number 2 says we'll complete the statement of stockholders' equity, and then it tells us how many shares, the par value, and how many shares were issued during the year. Number 3, we need to complete the balance sheet, calculate and record the vertical analysis ratios for each item in the 3rd column of the statement. And then number 4, use the following information to complete the statement of cash flows. Foley's began the fiscal year with a balance that's given to us, and then they give us all the information we'll need for that statement of cash flows. So I'm going to close this. I have my book open to those directions, so I'm going to be going from the book. It does tell us, number 1, that we're going to complete our income statement, so that's what we'll start with. They have put in the heading for us. They've also put in all of our account titles, so we need to just fill in the numbers, which I think makes it easier for us that everything is labeled. So we need to put in our net sales first. So what I'm going to do for that is I need to go to my 4.2 work together, and I'm going to get my net sales from my departmental margin statements. So I'm going to first look at the kitchen one, and my net sales is towards the top. So that's going to be 403,663.03. Then I need to look at my bath net sales, and I have 300,723.95. Now, to figure out my company net sales, I'm simply going to add those two together. So I should get 704,386.98. I'm going to wait to do my vertical analysis till the end. Okay, next I'm going to have my cost of merchandise sold. Again, I'm looking at my departmental margin statement. So I'm first going to look at my kitchen. Cost of merchandise sold is 190,539.06. And bath, 120,747.59. Add those two together to get my company. I should get 311,286.65. Next is my gross profits. So a couple things that I could do here. I'm taking my net sales minus my cost of merchandise sold. And when I subtract those two, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so I should be able to check that number on my departmental margin statement. So that should equal my gross profit that I get. So it's kind of a way that you can check your work. So 213,123.97. Again, I'm going to subtract those two to double check my work. Should get 179,976.36. Okay, I'll add those two gross profits together to get my company gross profit of 393,100.33. Okay, next, my direct Expenses, those are also going to come from my departmental margin statement. So my direct expenses for kitchen are 76,215.2. And for bath, I have 92,632.57. Add those two together to get my company. $168,847.77. And then to figure out my departmental margin, I'm going to take my gross profit minus my direct expenses, and that should equal what I get on my departmental margin statement as well. Oops. Okay, for kitchen, I should get $136,908.77. And for bath, $87,343.79. Add those two together to get my company. My company then is $224,252.56. Okay, so now we're looking at our indirect expenses. Now to get our indirect expenses, we're going to go to our adjusted trial balance from 4/1. I'm going to go to my expenses section on there, which is on the second page. Okay, and I'm starting with my credit card fee expense, which is $4,502.93. Depreciation expense office equipment, $7,250. Depreciation expense for equipment, $8,490. Insurance expense, $15,500. Miscellaneous expense, $2,813.28. Payroll taxes expense, if we look, we don't have just a payroll taxes expense on our adjusted trial balance. It is labeled as administrative. It should have been labeled as administrative on this one as well. So that's the number that we are using. So $6,149.34. Okay, rent expense is $18,000. Salary expense administrative is $71,001.51. Supplies expense, $4,147.89. And collectible account expense, $2,023.85. And utilities expense, $6,435.07. We're going to go ahead and add up those indirect expenses. Okay, I should get $146,313.87 for my total indirect. Next, I'm going to figure out my income before income tax. So I'm simply going to take my departmental margin, the total here for the company, minus my indirect expenses. I should get $77,938.69. Then I'm going to subtract my federal income tax expense. That's going to come from my adjusted trial balance, so 14,749.15. And subtract that. And for my net income, I should get 63,189.54. Okay, so next we're going to figure out our percentage of net sales, or we're going to do our vertical analysis. So remember, my net sales is always going to be my bottom number. So here I'm simply going to take net sales divided by net sales, which will just give us 100.0. Next one. Okay, I'm going to take cost of merchandise sold divided by net sales, which will give us 44.2%. Next one, I should get 55.8%. Remember, net sales is always our bottom number. Next, I should get, we're going to round up on this one, so we'll just get 24.0%. Next, I should get 31.8%. I'm going to move down here. Should get 20.8. $11.1. $2.1%. And last one. Again, we'll be rounding up, so we'll get 9.0%. Okay, so that was step 1. So you can now go to the next video for step 2.